back. Ito, from 0917-461-7106. Straightforward question from Joshua of San Juan of Manila. I would like to know kung ano po ang platform of governance ni Senator June. In 1 minute, if it's possible,
well,
or 2.
I have always believed yung credo ni Ramon Magsaysay, the late president.
Your father, who happens to be your father.
Those who have less in life shall have more in law. Kasi ang pamahalaan talagang para sa mga majority, no? Mga ordinary people. Siguro yan sa ngayon demographics, so, mga 80%. So yun ang unang bibigyan ng priority ng ating pamahalaan. Hindi yung mayayaman, kung hindi talaga nang naghihirap, mga dukha. Yung mga tinatawag na D&E. Part of our 100 million population.
Well, the sad part in our nation is that for the last 50 years, the level of poverty has hardly changed. 70% from the end of Second World War until now, it's still 70% poor. Oh well, from 0919-707-8794 from Len of Pasig, gustong-gusto ko pong pakinggan si Atty. Pagya kasi ang linaw niya magpaliwanag ng mga issue at batas. Aba, meron ka atang fan dito na sinusulan mo, Atty. na mag-ano? Go ahead.
Ko yan.
Go ahead. Ano bang take mo doon? Sa sinabi ni Senator.
Talaga namang saludo ang taong bayan sa nasirang Pangulong Magsaysay dahil doon sa sinabi niya na yung mga kapos sa materyales sa buhay ay siyang dapat bigyan ng higit na pagtutuon ng batas. Wala namang makaka-question doon At ang kagandahan nun, talagang ginawa niya. Kaya hanggang ngayon yung Magsaysay na pangalan talagang kinikilala natin at ginagalang. Sana mabuhay ulit yung espiritong iyon na tututuhanin. Kahit sino pa ang tamaan, tututuhanin yung pagkiling ng pamahalaan, yung paggamit ng mga kapangyarihan ng pamahalaan para sa kapakinabangan na nakakahigit na dukha na sinabi mo kanina.
Alam mo, Atty. Alan, June, I remember your dad had one, when there would be an argument in the palace about an issue, his comment always was sa dulo, no? Kaya ba natin itong i-depend sa Plaza Miranda?
Correct.
In other words, anong nandun sa utak ng daddy mo? Ang nasa utak niya, anong iisipin ng taong bayan? Ito ba pwede natin panindigan at sabihin tama ito o hindi? And to me, that sensitivity to the public feelings about what may be going on made him act with wisdom and
prudence.
Prudence. And ang problema ngayon, ang politiko don't really care what the people say. Popularidad lang umiiral. Name recall lang umiiral. Celebrity ka ba o hindi? Politics. Nakikita ka ba sa pinalakan tabing? Kilala ba yung pangalan mo? Pero that's why people are asking, hindi ba natin pwedeng gawa ng emotional test or psychological test or qualification bago malagay sa office? But that is what, ang tingin ko po, tingin ko lang naman, yan ang hinahangad ng taong bayan, na ang mga lingkod bayan ng dito, mga opisyal natin, mga politiko, yun ang iniisip. Matitiis ko ba nakagalitan ng tao pagka nakita nilang mali ang aking ginagawa? Of course, ang tentasyon doon, di itago natin, wag natin paalam sa kanila. Kawa-awa naman. Edo Bantipolo, to the two guests, pabor ba kayo na alisin ang political dynasty sa ating lipunan?
Ako pabor dyan. To me, yung dynasty talaga hindi dapat gawin yan. Parang it's against democracy. Parang isang pamilya na lamang ang nakakalamang at walang oportunidad yung mga iba.
Yung iba kasi hindi naintindihan ibig sabihin ng dynasty, hindi ba? Isip nila, naging presidente ang tatay mo, kanya hindi ka na pwedeng tumakbo. Abay, 1957 pa namatay yung tatay ni Senator Magsaysay. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin dynasty, that's how long ago? That's more than 50 years ago?
More than 50 years ago, 55 years ago.
55 years ago na yan, kanya hindi pwedeng dynasty yan. Ikaw, Alan, anong tingin mo?
Nasa ilalim ng saligang batas, political dynasties are against public policy. The public policy is already stated in the Constitution. Sabi, bawal na ang political dinastiya. Kaya lang, subject to as may be defined by law. Yung clause na as may be defined by law, hindi nangangahulugan na wala pang kahulugan yung political dynasty. Meron. Ang kahulugan niya, nasa pangkaraniwang diksyonary ng batas, it is a succession of government officials in the same line or family. Or, it is a powerful group or family in government which has existed for a considerable time. So, may kahulugan yan. Ang problema lang, sinasabi nila, ang pinapaliwanag nila sa taong bayan, ay hindi natin ma-implement yan kasi wala pang definition ng batas. Mali. Kasi ang sa ating batas, yung labag sa batas, void yan. Pero yung labag sa public policy, void din yan. Yun ang nakakalimutan nila. Just because there is no definition passed by law,
Does not make it acceptable.
does not make it legal because it's still contrary to public policy.
What about the argument that some of them say, kasi Jun, Kajun ito sasabi nila, how can I deprive my son or my daughter or my wife or my relative of his political right to public office?
Delikadesa.
Delikadesa.
And then, the Constitution, public policy.
Ala, kasi hindi ko naman makakita yung delikadesa sa konstitusyon natin. Nakalagay ba yun doon?
It is there because kaya nga sinabi ng doon sa provision na iyon na pinagbabawal na ang mga political dynasties. Kaya lang sinusugan ng nung nakakalitong as may be defined by law na kahit ng mga abogado ay hindi magkasundo diyan.
Tanong ko sa iyo, Kajun. The problem here is that dynasties are all over the place.
Naging kultura.
Even in your party. Di ba?
Mukhang,
Meron.
Ganun nga. Mukhang ganun.
Oh, I mean, do you feel that you are obligated to, is your being in the same party, does it signify that you accept that? Or does it mean that, you just tolerate it, but there's little you can do about it now?
Well, yan you have to accept some
Imperfections now.
Yeah, there are exceptions. Kaya, but the policy remains that we should not tolerate the culture of dynasty.
So that's one of
Dahil
the bills
it's
you will file when you get to the
anti-democracy.
Senate.
We can always file the bill, but to me, it is the essence of the patriarch, the leader of the family, na siya na mag-set na example. You have to set the example. Kung sa batas mahirap, over 25 years na, ayaw pumasok-pasok yan. Mag-set na
Paano
lamang.
natin
By example.
Paano naman tinintayin ang delikadesa ng mga
Right.
padre de pamilya
So,
dyan? Wala naman silang delikadesa.
Tingnan lang mga botante. Let the voters decide. Sabi nga, let the
Nadinig
voters
si
decide.
Senator Jun. Be active. Lahat yan,
kailangan
kayo
yan
mga taong bayan, magsabi kayo, ayaw namin ang dynasty.
Hindi ganun ang nangyayari. Kaya nga yung Korte Suprema nagalit dito sa kaso ni Congressman Halusos. Kasi nasa loob na siya, nanalo pa siya, hinalal siya ng taong bayan. Ngayon, binawi ng Korte Suprema. Sabi nga, hindi pwede yan. That involves moral turpitude. You cannot run. Pero nanalo siya. Yan ang uri ng ating ilang mga kababayan na binoboto kahit na disqualified na.
Okay, from 0929-579-1312 from Nick of Camarines Sur. I grew up with my grandma. She always told me when I was a child about the late President Magsaysay. According to her, no one could replace the good president. Now, my challenge is, can his son Ramon Jr., does his son Ramon Jr. possess political will? Can he continue his father's legacy? What are his plans on youth development? Wow, that's a beautiful question.
We can always try, no? Very hard to
promise.
To equalize the original. Pero there's always the attempt.
Di ba, better model ka, sabi nila, para may horar la raza sa Kastila yung sinasabi, how to improve the original model.
Pero mahirap talaga, mahirap. I mean, you can always make the effort. Pero sa youth development, simple lang yan. Noong nasa Senado tayo, we established as chairman of the Committee on Agriculture, yung young farmer entrepreneur. Marami tayong mga nakuha ng mga below 35 years old na over 250. So we gave them some grant after they showed their proposal for small, medium enterprise. $500,000 for
Sa ganung paraan mo natulungan ng kabataan.
At yung mga yan still after 11 years, the majority of them, over 250, are still working and have increased their business. So, tayaan natin, parang they're part of the stakeholder society.
Okay, from 0919-707-8794 from Lenog, Pasig, ano po ba magagawa ni Senator Magsaysay para sa taong bayan kung iboboto ko siya?
Yan kung basta yung mga scholarships Importante yan. Kasi it's only through education that is the equalizer of the poor with the rich.
What can you do to try to help improve the quality, especially of public education? Anong take mo dito sa K plus 12?
K plus 12 is essential. We were among the last countries to accept it. No? Standard, it's a global standard. Kaya wala tayong debate na dyan. No? But kailangan dyan, with K plus 12, meron tayong strengthen the GASP under the budget. GASP, GASTP, government assistance for students and teachers in public education. Kasi marami mga private schools, even from grade school, high school, college, na kaya pa tumanggap, no? Pero yung mga tao ayaw na, gusto sa public kasi libre.
Question.
But private schools usually have higher quality of education.
Okay. Question po dito kasi, sa public school system. Dinagdagan mo ang number of years, pero kung hindi na babago ang quality of teaching and the teachers, you're gonna produce a poor product anyway.
Correct.
Di ba? So maybe the trust should be, how do we use technology to improve the quality of education? So instead of trying to overhaul every teacher you have in the public school system.
Yan ang mga tinatawag ng training the trainers, no? Or mentoring the mentors. But with the internet culture that we are embracing now,
Hindi na pwedeng kalimutan.
Online, they can upgrade their skills through online education.
Ayun, through
Everybody,
online education.
even teachers and students.
From 0922-888-3518, another fan of yours, Kajun. I commend him. I am impressed. He's very knowledgeable. More than being knowledgeable, we are looking for qualities of integrity, passion for service. Diba? Those are the elements that distinguish a good politician from a mediocre one or a poor one. And yun ay mahalagang kailangan natin makita. From 0916-442-7297, Frank of Alabang, whose ancestors hailed from Zambales. Yun, taga-inyo pala. Good PM, with all due respect po, ask ko lang po namin kay Senator June, what he means once that meron ibang not real magsaysay. We will vote for you po. I think it was not you that said that. I think it was Senator Drilon who said that.
Yung tunay na magsaysay.
Oo.
Well, yung the
Kasi yung pinsan mo ata, yung asawa ng pinsan mo
tatakbo. The wife
tatakbo.
of a nephew.
Of a nephew, rather.
Mitos magsaysay is running.
Oo.
Sa una siya, In fairness to her, congresswoman naman siya. And,
not running for the Senate.
Running for the Senate.
Oo.
Si Mitos. Sa una.
Oo.
Sa una. Ang kanyang defining character is she's very supportive of the previous administration.
Question.
So, opposition siya ngayon.
Question. Paano madidistinguish ngayon sa balota kung ikaw o yung pamangkin mo ang binoboto? Hindi ba magugulong ang isipan ng tao?
Merong possibility yan, Ray. Pero ngayon, PCOS na. You just shade the oval of your preferences, no? So, let's say, my number assignment is number 24. So, sa simulang, Ramon Magsaysay Jr., number 24. So yung sample ballot ng Liberal Party Coalition, yung Team Pinoy, nandun kami. So lumalabas ako number 24. I just keep on reminding the crowd. Nangyari na yun nung 2010 elections at hindi naman masyado nagkaroon ng problema.
So you are confident
kasi si Serge Osmeña at saka si Lito, I think, ran for the Senate. But nanalo si Serge, although there are two Osmeñas.
Okay.
Dahil sa number.
Alright. Pero yun doon, manual voting pa lang, no?
No,
hindi
2010,
pa PCOS.
2010 was already PCOS.
Was already
First
PCOS,
time.
that's right.
First time.
Alright, so dito natin nakikita, Alan, we are facing a year when you find yourself in the Senate, facing some rather serious issues. Would you intend to just let it lie low, or do you intend to take the initiative to revive some of the things that may have been left behind?
Mahalaga ngayon, Ray, Alan, is yung economic. Dahil nga nabanggit natin na up to now, mga 70% feel poor, no? Actually, the SWS recently made a survey. The results say 50% of the population feel that they're poor. They believe they're poor. And of the 50%, over half or 25% felt hungry many times.
Yun ang
that period.
desperately poor.
Hunger, desperately poor. So, yan malaking, it could be a social volcano waiting to erupt, no? But if you look at 50 years ago, 1960s, the Philippines was only second to Japan in terms of progressive living.
Not anymore.
50 years after, at the bottom na tayo. Almost at the bottom. Mukhang even Myanmar, or the old Burma,
Mas mataas pa sa atin.
mukhang humahabol na. Yung mga behind us before, like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia,
Lagpas
na sila sa atin. So, nakakahiya naman yan.
So 0908249408 from Novaliches. Pork barrel are people's money. Each senator and congressman should be subjected for audit to account for their funds and come up with audit reports. Do you intend, Kajun, to, let's say, not take advantage or use the pork barrel? There are some senators that are not doing that. I think Joker
si
Arroyo is
Arroyo
that.
at saka si Ping
Si
Lacson.
Ping Lacson, no?
Oo.
Anong take mo sa pork barrel? How do you feel about it?
Pork barrel is part of any Senate or congressman's perks. It's not really a perk, but kung wala,
Prerogatives.
Kung ang pork barrel ay wala, ibalik natin. The same budget will go to the Department of Public Works and Highways, it will go to the Department of Health, it will go to the Department of National Defense.
Well,
Office
they're
of the
also the
President.
implementing agencies
They are.
anyway. Di ba?
So, when we have pork barrel, sabi namin, itong, let's say, Don Bosco, mahusay ang VOCTEC training dyan. I'll put a lot of money there.
Oo.
So, may mga scholars ako sa Don Bosco.
Oo.
Pero kung nasa kanya, pag nasa Department of Education, may kanya-kanyang favorito, no? It's TESDA. So, it's a matter of how you look at it. But the most important thing is transparency. I-report mo.
Oo.
I-post mo sa website kung anong ginawa mo sa pork
At
barrel.
saka, hindi lang yon. Hindi ba, Alan? Hindi ka personal makikinabang sa pork barrel.
Wala naman, hindi naman umabot sa amin yan eh.
Hindi. Wala namang aamin na tumatanggap silang pera.
Naka-allocate yan.
Naka-allocate. But I know what happens, Kajun. Marami dyan mga politicians, bumabalik at bumabalik yung pera in a roundabout way. Paglabas ng saro, takbo agad ang kontratista doon.
Yung one.
So, hindi ako naniniwala doon sa saying.
Money laundering.
Hindi ako naniniwala sa saying na hindi naman namin hinahawakan ng perang pambayad. That's a lot of, excuse me, but that's a lot of nonsense. Kasi, hindi mo naman talaga kailangan hawakan. Pero pag hawak mo yung saro, ikaw ang hari. Di ba? Yun ang mahalaga. Ito naman sa pang question, 0927-4717-555 from Freddy of Manila to Senator Jun. Ano po ang take nyo sa contractualization sa labor yon? Yung mga fixed contracts na 5 buwan, tapos ng 5 buwan, bye-bye.
Labor-only contracting, no?
That's
supposed to be against the law. It's against the law.
Rulings na ng Supreme Court yan, pero nangyayari all the
yan.
time.
Pero dumadami yan. Parang ngayon, BPO, Business Process Outsourcing. So nangyayari yan. It's a part of alternatives of management. You want to save on a lot of things, you contract out the work, no?
But does that include the work? That's like, for example, department store ka o supermarket ka. Lahat ng mga tao mo dyan, 5-month contract lang.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so notorious.
Actually, yung mga federation used to come to us na nasa Senado kami.
Sawa na.
Gusto nila ng mga 1 year to 18 months. Parang probation, no? So, for high technology jobs, that's better. At least, meron sila mga 18 months.
Hindi naman, ang yung contractualization hindi nangyayari sa high technology jobs because those talents are hard to find.
At saka
It happens
tinitrain,
doon sa ginagawang casual, yung sa mga
nasa
menial
sales,
tasks. No?
sales.
Sales girl ka, ganito,
clerical.
kahera ka, ganun. Doon nangyayari yan, ang contractualization. Pero, kamo nga, in spite of the fact na mayroong Supreme Court ruling, the outlawing that kind of employment, it still happens. But I want to relate that to one issue. And that is the issue of the minimum wage. With all the unemployed that we have, are you in favor of lowering the minimum wage in order that more and more people can be employed? Kasi lalo mong tinataas yan, lalo mong tumataas ang cost of doing business. Ang ibang mga negosyante nagsasabi, naku, taas-taas na ng labor cost ko, hindi ko na kaya. Are you in favor of lowering that?
Well, I think minimum wage should be increased.
You think it should
rather
be
than
increased?
lower, para you can get more quality kind of people at that will also give the incentives for better educated workforce, no?
Well, I think the better educated workforce don't need to concern themselves about minimum wage. Ang
Tama,
problema, yung minimum wage workers are the ones who are minimally educated. And so therefore, their ability to progress and to be promoted within the company is also very limited. Kung katapos lang ng high school o vocational school,
labor yan.
oo,
Mostly
parang
labor.
nagiging labor.
But that's what Senator Magsaysay said. Those who have less in life should have more in law.
Okay?
Protection under the law.
Okay? And I don't think that anybody will quarrel with that. But if it means my bottom line is pula and not itim, anong gusto mong gawin ko?
Yeah. Well, yung regional wage boards seem to be working well. I was in Bacolod earlier today. Tinawag, ano ba minimum wage ito? This is a city, one of the major cities, Bacolod City. Sabi na 300. Dito sa Manila, ano ba? 450. Pero 450 is the cost of living in Manila is maybe double that of Bacolod City. So, kung 450 dito, 300 doon, mabuti pa doon lang sa Bacolod.
Pero alam mo, Kajun, ang minimum wage natin dito mas mataas pa sa Thailand o sa Indonesia.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I heard from my good friend, Mr. Carlos Chan, na may mga uwishi, factory sa China, especially one outside of Shanghai. Ang minimum wage ngayon doon, 20,000 pesos a month equivalent. So yung mga nasa garments and textile, gustong babalik sa Pilipinas. Kasi tayo siguro mga 10,000 lang or less. About half. Pero sabi nila, babalik kami sa Pilipinas. Anong problema natin? The cost of energy, power.
Sobrang naman taas.
Mataas masyado. Second, will again labor become militant na gagambalain kami. Yun ang mga concerns nila. Kaya mahirap daw babalik sila dito.
Alright. Alam po ninyo, ako'y sinisignal na naman dito ng mga tao namin. We have come to a point where I wish I had another hour but we've run out of time. I want to thank Attorney Alan and Senator June Magsaysay for being so gracious and being with us and answering all of these questions that we've been asking, maski na medyo baluktot. But they have been candid and they have been open. And I like that kind of transparency in the way Senator June has done it. Well, you make your decisions about Senator June. You've heard him. You've given him an opportunity to speak and for you to know him better. But it looks like he takes after his own father. As they say, the fruit does not fall far from the tree.
Kung anong puno.
Oo. Salamat po marami sa inyong pagtangkilik ngayong gabi and we will see you next week. God bless you.